Hello, my name is Matt and I have a question for you. Have you ever been invited to a potluck or a gathering? And if you have been, have you ever taken paper cups or plates? Personally, I was that person. I always took cups or plates just because I didn't want the responsibility of having to make something. Additionally, I didn't have any recipes to make a dish, so I always avoided having to attain that responsibility and then I up to take or decided to take paper cups and plates. Throughout the years, I was that guy until my mother taught me some recipes for specific dishes to take to gatherings. Today, I will impart some of that knowledge onto you, and hopefully, you won't have to suffer that condition anymore, just like I did. That is why today we will be learning how to make a chicken dip. You will need some ingredients to make that chicken dip, and those are going to be, of course, you're going to start with an 8-ounce packet of cream cheese. You will need a can of chicken breast, a tablespoon of garlic. Apart from that, you will need a little bag with parsley on it. That bag is going to help you, or the parsley is going to help you put a little bit of decorations on top of the dip once you're finished. You might need some bowls just to put some of the ingredients in. Of course, we have a tool right here. This is a food processor. This is a really useful tool to mix the dip and get all the ingredients together. Of course, if you don't have this, you can always do it manually. You can put all the ingredients together in a bowl like this one, and with a spoon or 2 spoons, you can whisk it all together until the mixture has a nice consistency and you see that all the ingredients are together. But of course, if you do have a processor, this will take minutes out of the process. For processor, again, this is optional. You don't have to go and buy one just to make the dip. Of course, you might need a microwave because the cream cheese, it will be a little bit hard when it comes out of when you take it out of the packet, because of course it spends the whole time in the refrigerator. So I would recommend to, before you start whisking it, to put it in the microwave for 15 to 20 seconds just to have it a little bit softer when it comes to like whisking it and put it in the bowl and mixing all the ingredients together. Of course, you might need some spoons to do the whisking. And of course, you might need a container to put your dip at the end. And of course, you want to present it with a nice bowl. Make sure you have a pretty clean one, pretty presentable one. You might need a can opener. Some cans don't come with a little attachment to it, so you might need a tool like this one just to open the can and get out the chicken. And of course, you're going to need a silicone spatula just to take the content out and put it onto the bowl. So let's begin. This is a pretty simple process. If you have a food processor, the only thing you have to do, of course, is open it up. You're gonna take out your cream cheese. You're gonna dump it in. You're gonna take your chicken, just dump it in as well. Don't be shy. Just put it all in there. Just all in there. Of course, you're gonna take a tablespoon of garlic. Just to add a little bit of flavor. We're gonna put it all inside. Again, if you don't have a food processor, you can always put the same thing that you did here. You're gonna do it on a bowl like this one. You're gonna take your 2 spoons. And you're gonna start whisking until you reach the same consistency that we might get here. We're gonna get here. Just put it like this here. Perfect. And then turn it on. This might sound a little bit hard, so just bear with me. Perfect. So like I mentioned before, this takes minutes out of your process. If you didn't have this, of course I had done it before. Just put all the ingredients again in the bowl and do it manually, okay? So we're gonna take the lid off. Very carefully take the blades off the processor. I can't stress the fact that you have to do this very carefully. The blades are really sharp, and if you get cut by this, it will leave a mark. So just be careful whenever you're taking the blades off of the processor. You're just gonna want to like dip everything, every single part of the dip inside. You just don't want to waste any of it. Like that. We're gonna put it right here next to our napkin. Of course, we're gonna take this out of the machine, and we're just gonna pour every single part of the dip that we have here onto our plate or our bowl. Just put it right there. Just put it right there. Just put everything inside as much as best as possible. Just like that. Just right there. Perfect. You don't want what you want to do next is just make it even. As even as possible. Perfect. Just make it as presentable as possible. Once you have it on your bowl, you're just gonna put a little bit of parsley on top of it. If you want to see that, it might look like that. Of course, the amount of dip is going to depend on the amount of cream cheese that you use and the chicken. Okay. Cool. So, finally, of course, always remember these are pretty simple steps. You can always do this in 5 to 10 minutes. Just remember to preheat your cream cheese, get your chicken inside the processor. Of course, if you don't have a food processor, you can do this on a bowl and whisk it all together. Just make sure to stop whisking or using the processor to stop using the processor until the mixture has a nice consistency and all the ingredients are meshed together. Now you know how to make a chicken dip, so you'll always have a pretty nice recipe for potlucks or gatherings. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.